Hey, grade six, welcome to your 7.4a Mr. Rodwell's recap. And in this recap, we were talking about the distribution property or the distributive property and how to figure out questions when we have a set of parentheses that are multiplied by a certain constant or a certain variable, okay? So in this first example, we're being asked to expand 2 times parentheses r plus 8. And this is essentially the same as asking you, what is 2 groups of r plus 8? And I know that if I have 2 groups of r plus 8, I've got r plus 8 and I've got another r plus 8. And so I've got 4 terms here and I'm going to simplify them down. I know that this term goes with this term because r is a like term. So r plus another r will give me 2r. And I've got a constant of positive 8 and I'm adding another 8. So I have positive 16. So that is expanding out my parentheses. And expanding basically means to get rid of those parentheses through the operation of multiplication. And so I've expanded them and then simplified down to 2r plus 16. But there is a shorter way to do that, and it is through the distributive property. And in the distributive property, it basically tells you to take your term outside of the parentheses and multiply it by all the terms that are inside. So I've got 2, going to multiply it by r, and I've got 2 and I'm multiplying it by a positive 8 here, okay? So 2 times r is 2r, and 2 times positive 8 is positive 16. And you can see that that is where we got this before. So this was kind of making sure I've got all my working out down. And then this method was my distributive property kind of shortcut method, okay? So I'm going to go through a couple of examples that we did in class, and then we will jump into the homework, okay? It'll be kind of a short one today. But here, if I was to expand these expressions, for number 3, I've got a 2 and I'm going to distribute it or multiply it by everything that's in the parentheses. 2 times 7 is 14. And then 2 times 6x is going to be 12x. And I've got a plus here, 14 plus 12x. What about this one? I've got a 9 and I'm multiplying it by 5x. So I've got 45x. And then the 9 is being multiplied by 2, which is 18. And I've got my minus here, 45 minus 18. So I'm seeing if expressions are equivalent. And I'm doing this one, for example. Well, I can see that I've got to expand first. And I've got 3 times y is 3y. 3 times 6 is 18. And I've got my negative that comes down. And is 3y minus 18 the same as 18 minus 3y? Well, no, it's not. We've been talking a lot about that. It is not equivalent because they're in the wrong order. It is not asking you the same thing, okay, guys? So just kind of a quick one. We're expanding out parentheses using our distributive method. We're distributing that term into all the terms that are in the parentheses. In your homework, a lot of this is super simple. For those that were away, I'll do one from the first section, one from the second section, and then I'll work through the final section questions. Expand each expression. If I was to do this one here, 8, I'm multiplying it into that term and I'm multiplying it into this term. 8 times 3y, well, I'm going to have 24y, and then 8 times 4 is 32, and I have a subtraction. That's how you do that one. Are these equivalent or not? I'm going to choose this one here, number 14. I've got to distribute to kind of simplify before I can work it out. 5 times x is 5x. And then 5 times 1 is 1, and there's a minus there. 5x minus 1, is it the same as 5x minus 1? Well, yes. Whoa. Yes, those are the same there, okay? And the last section that I got you to do is this one here. You need to expand and simplify. So for 18, you need to expand by multiplying the 2p by 5 and then the 5 by 5. And you've also got another set of parentheses that require expansion. And then we can simplify based on all the terms we have. 5 times 2p is 10p. 5 times 5 is 25. And so I've got this other amount over here. 4 times 2p is 8p. And then 4 times 3 is 12, and it is a minus. So that's what I've got. I've expanded. And now I want to simplify. You should always simplify to the least amount of terms. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 terms here, but I see I've got some p's here. This is 10p. 10p plus 8p is going to give me 18p. And then I've got 25, and I'm going to be taking 12 away from the positive 25, and that will give me 13. So that's the answer for my number 18. And the last one I'm going to do for you guys, we're going to expand here. And I only need to expand once because I've only got one set of parentheses that are multiplied by a term. 4 times 6k and 4 times 7. So 4 times 6k is going to be 24k. And 4 times 7 is 28. And then I've got plus 9 and then minus 14k. So what do I start with? I've got 24k and I'm taking away 14k. I'm simplifying from 4 terms down to 2, collecting all of my k variables and then just collecting my constants. 24k minus 14k is 10k. And then 28 plus 9 will give me positive 37. And that is your answer for that one there, guys. So hopefully that helped. Pretty simple skill, a skill that you guys will be calling upon many times in grade 7 pre-algebra. But hopefully that helped with your homework if you needed it.